On Monday, we'll revise some of the skills that I saw you did it before the ARS happened. So page 41, yesterday I given you back your finding dates, as well as after that finding total amount, and as well as after that finding number of units. So I gave you back these are the basics questions for dates yesterday. So on Monday we'll post up during the Zoom lesson. I'll post up some questions for us to revise. Now we hop to page 53, level 2 problems. We'll cover a few of them up to before level 3 as well, and I'll post it up the rest. Okay, this one should be, the few questions here should be quite all right. I'm going to go a little faster than usual. If you really need to catch up on it later, you can always go back to watch the recording. I am recording right now. Just let me test the audio. Test. Okay, just make sure that there's my sound. Okay, so now it's indicated here that it's level 2. But during a test time, the question is not going to tell you that, guys, this is a level 2 question or this is a level 2 question. You've got to have to read the question on your own and find out from the information given what are the steps and skills that are required. So a rectangular tank was partly filled with water at first. Okay, I'm going to read and annotate at the same time. So there's this tank had some water already. Then a tap was turned on to fill in water. So the tap was turned on for 20 minutes to fill until it's completely full before it was turned off. The line graph shows the volume of the water at 5-minute intervals up to 20 minutes. Now, the line graph here, line graph is something we learned before, and volume and water is, and filling things up. This looks a bit like science as well. So some of the ideas actually can be used in across subjects. Now, the first question I have for you is, why did the line graph here did not start at 0? Yes, Sophia. Correct. So right at the start here already say it was partially filled with water at first. So it's not starting at 0. So this is the partially filled one. At first, it was already partially filled. So inside the tank, there was already 20 liters of water. So the units here, you see involved, you have liters and you have minutes. So these are the 2 units involved, liters and minutes. Okay, then the next question. What is the capacity of the tank? What is the capacity of the tank? Thank you, Jaden. So how do you know this is the capacity of the tank? Yes, Vindring. Correct, thank you. So here says fill the tank completely. That means when it is stopped, it is completely full. So this is the complete capacity of the tank. The line graph shows the volume of the water in the tank every 5 minutes. Up to the 20 minutes when it's completely full. So this was the whole time that it was turned on. So N at the 20 minutes, turn off. That's full. Okay, once you understand the wordings here, so I understand the wordings, I draw a picture to help me, I annotate on the graph. The next part, the further annotation is to now I need to know what the question is asking. The first question says, what is the rate of the flow water from the tap to the liters per minute? Okay, so the unit is liter, and look at the time. There are so many ways to solve this one question because there's a complete line graph. If you look at the line graph here, it's going to be one straight line. What do you think this straight line actually means? Is that's very good. So what Benson is saying, the line graph is straight. It shows that the increase in volume over time is always the same. Now he explained it in English terms. Sharpen my pencil. Let me use a pen instead. So here says, I just wrote down what Benson said. There's a shorter way of explaining this. He said, the straight line here means that the increase of the volume of water in liters over time in minutes is always the same. Now, earlier on in rates, when we first learned rates, I told you there are two types of rates that we are learning at primary 5. Two types of rates. Do you remember what are the two types of rates? Yes or no? Set rate, and I heard about set rate. What's the other one? Set rate, uniform rate, and things like that. So one is a uniform rate, and one is a set rate. Uniform rate means it changes the same always all the time. That's what Benson is saying. What about set rate? If it's a set rate, what do you think is going to be like? That means like the water is flowing like fast and then slow. You turn on the tap, bigger, you get the water flow faster. You slow down the tap, the water flows slower. That's more like a river flowing kind of idea. So the line graph will be going up, down, down. That's what set rate means. Can you understand that? So the first thing about solving a higher level rate question, especially when you see a line or a table, the important part is to first understand the table and the line. What is it supposed to be? So when I go through this question, I bring you back to the things that you already learned before. Set rate, uniform rate, constant rate, volume, and time. Is that okay? So once you can recall all the different skills, then solving is not a big problem. Okay, so there is a uniform rate here. Uniform rate means I can take any part of the line to find the answer. The easiest way I can take is 0 and 5. So from 0 minute to 5 minutes, which means it is 5 minutes. I can use from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, from 10 minutes to 15 minutes, from the 15th minute to the 20th minute. It still means 5 minute intervals. So I would say from 0 to 5 minutes is from 0 to 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes. Can you understand that? So from 0 to 5, that's 5 minutes. Is that right? Okay. So for that 5 minutes of time, so 5 minutes at the 0 mark, what was the liters? 20 liters. At 5 minute mark, what was the? So the 5th minute. So this from the 0 minute to the 5th minute, that's 5 minutes. Okay, the 0 minute was wrong unit, liters, and at the 5 minute is at Are you able to see the graph easily? 40 liter. Okay, so for 5 minutes, I actually can fill 40 liters minus 20 liters, that will be 20 liters. So per minute will be 1 minute is 20 liters divided by 5, that will be 4 liters. So my answer here is 4 liters per minute. Is it okay? So from the 0th minute to the 5 minute, that's 5 minutes. From the 10th minutes to the 15th minute, still 5 minutes. I can use any point on the line, find the difference, and divide by the time. You will still give me 4 liters per minute. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay, then I move on. Now, how many minutes will it take to add 40 liters of water in the tank then? So just now, from whatever we understood from the graph, and Benzing told us, the straight line means the increase in liters over minutes is always the same. This refers to a constant or uniform rate, like what Sana said. So since it's always the same, I can use my first step answer to answer my second round already. Okay, so the first part A, the method is find rate. Okay, the second question asks you find units of rate. Find the number of units. Not find total amount, find units now. So I have 4 liters per minute. So 1 minute is 4 liters. So for 40 liters will be 10 minutes. 1 times 10. Is that okay? So answer will be is, what's the units? Units. Is this okay? Do you think this question is very manageable, right? Manageable. This one is still manageable. The first hurdle that you must cross is to understand what the line graph is. If the moment you can see there is a step, is a constant rate relationship, then you are okay with it. Okay, I move on. Can I move on? Okay, move on to a slightly harder one and go a bit faster. So this question, you see the line graph here? The same idea. And the good thing about this one, it starts at 0. And the next thing that is good thing about this graph is again like what Benedict said, it's a straight line. So that's how we already say straight line. What does straight line mean? A straight line means is what kind of rate relationship it is. Is a uniform rate. So again, the straight line, a straight line graph, not a curve, shows that it's a uniform rate. That means once I identify the relationship between the ringgit and Singapore dollars, I can already solve the next few questions. Okay? So whenever you see a lot of problems here, don't be afraid or want to rush to complete. Go with the first step. What can I understand from the question? What can I understand from the graph? Once I can identify uniform rate, so each amount of Malaysian ringgit is exchanged for a certain amount of Singapore dollars at a uniform rate. So if I have a $0, that means it's 0 ringgit. Now, then the question will be, I want to know if I have 1 Singapore dollar, how much Malaysian ringgit can I get? How do you get 3? So what I want to do is, I will look for nice points. Okay? Nice points on the line to find out. If you look closely, the nice, what do I mean by nice points on the line? If I were to choose $10, okay. If I choose 40 Malaysian ringgit, is it easy to see? No, it's like in the middle of the lines, very hard to tell. So I want to see nice points that can give me the answers that are nice to find easily. For example, 10 is 1. How about 20? Is 20 a good point? Yeah, also a good point because it tells you cleanly. But 40 is not good. 40 is like in the middle. Very difficult. There's no fine divisions on the horizontal axis. Yeah. So here I have the first one I can see already. Now, even if I have trouble reading 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, I could still use 60 and 20. So even if I use 20, the same answer will be achieved because it's a straight line graph. So let's say I can use $10 Sing dollar to give me 30 Malaysian ringgit. That means 1 Sing dollar will be $3 now, quite quick to find out. Now, I can likewise, I said just now, I can use 20 Sing dollar and go with 60 Malaysian ringgit. And the same answer will be derived. 60 divided by 20 is still 3 Malaysian ringgit. So at any point, even if I go right now, because I know that it's a constant rate, 1 Singapore dollar is 3 Malaysian ringgit, I can work with even decimals now. So if it's 50 cents Singapore dollar, how much Malaysian ringgit? Yeah, $1.50. Is it $1.50 can be found on the line? Not so easy, right? On this line now, you must zoom and zoom and zoom, and then unless it's a digital line graph, then you can see the mini divisions between the lines. That one is actually very hard to find. But once you are able to find the rate, it's not so difficult anymore. So once you get this first step, the next two steps are all right. Are you okay with the next two? So the next one asks you, so the first one already asked you to find rates. Okay, so it's just like how we did the previous pages for rates. Then the ideas come already. So the next one asks for Malaysian ringgit. And then the next question asks you my Singapore dollar. So with 1 Singapore dollar gives you 3 Malaysian ringgit. They ask you 20 Singapore dollar. Can you find it? Yeah, which is we already used the first one. It's already on the line graph. This one is like almost like a giveaway. Okay. The next one, are you able to do it yourself? Okay. So page 24, I've gone through that. I'm going to go faster now to the step one. One is more difficult. That is on 54, 55, 57. These are the more exciting questions. Okay. So 55 is still not considered very difficult because actually the information are all given in the table. Once you figure out the table, the questions are not so complicated. The ones that are complicated is like question 58. A few sentences only. But there are some decisions to make. It doesn't look like a great question, but it's actually a great one. Okay? So let me see how I can help this question. Then the complication also comes in 56 and 57, where you have measurements given in dimensions of length, breadth, height. And then you have to convert it to volume. And then after, use rates. Then you have a few chapters of information that you are coming together. That makes it complicated. Okay, so this one's still quite okay, I tell you. Why? Because 55, all you need to do is find out these different people are they charged differently based on the room package? And then add up. So this question is really actually not that complicated because once I know, okay, they chose a deluxe room. So deluxe room package, actually I only need to look at this row. They didn't choose standard, they didn't choose premium. So I just have to X out these choices and go straight to deluxe. Can you understand? Can you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So once I narrow down my choices to deluxe room, then all I need to work out is himself, Raj, what's the price? Is he an adult or child? Raj, Mr. Raj. What about Mr. Raj, his wife? Price? And then what about 2 children? There are 2 children, one is age 10. What's the price? And then there's another child, age 11. What's the price? Then after that, add them up together. Is it okay? Sounds easy, right? Actually, not so complicated because what you need to do is really, you have a full set meal and you chop down the individual sections. Chew it down into parts and then you can solve it. All the information are actually given to you. No secret things or no missing things that you can find out. You just have to categorize them correctly. Now, this is a step rate question, but actually not that difficult. Because the choices to make is pretty simple. It's adults versus children, and the age are also different. No struggle inside. Is that all right? Okay, then I jump on. Time very tight. So I go to the harder ones. So the harder ones are the supermarket question and the tank question. Go with the tank question on page 57 first. Now, on Monday, there I will give you the full explanation of the question. Yeah, 57. Now I give you the bite size and the key concepts for the questions. Is that okay? So I throw you the key concepts. You try to digest the key concepts first. You can digest the key concepts, then all kind of problems you can solve. If you can grasp the key ideas of solving the problems, you don't have to do 100 questions to be able to understand word problems well. The moment you can understand the key concepts well, understand what's going on, you use the same method you can use to solve all the problems in the world. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so this is page 57 on the rectangular tank. This rectangular tank is 60 centimeter long. So dimensions are given 50 centimeter wide and 24 centimeter high. The tank drawn for you. It was 1/3 filled with water at first. So this question reminds you of this one, right? At first got some water already. There's some water in it. Then a tap was turned on completely to fill the tank. Doesn't it sound just like the first question? Yeah, but there's no line graph. So it just sounds like the first question. It was turned on to completely fill in the tank. And you know what? Good thing about this question, the rate is given. How long did it take to fill the tank completely? Give your answer in minutes. Now, as long as you be patient and read the question carefully, is this question really that difficult? You realize that actually it's not. Yes, Benzing. Correct. So once you see, once you're able to understand the question, the thinking comes in very quickly. For Benzing, he already said you need to find the capacity of the tank. Now, because there are so many information, I'll be careful first. I write down my units in case I make a mistake. Answer minutes. Okay, so first he says, Benzeng says, first you need to find the capacity of the tank. Isn't that what we did like the first question? Sounds familiar? Correct? But now the question is this. It's asking you about filling the tank completely. Do I really need the full capacity of the tank? There's a shortcut to this. There's a shortcut to this. I don't even need to find the full capacity of the tank. Because what the question is asking about, yes, Sophia, something to share. No? Yes. So you see, there's already some water in the tank. Do I need to bother about filling the water in the tank? No. What am I filling? Do I need to find, okay, so what is the capacity of the tank is a full hole, one hole, right? Correct now? Yes? And that is length times breadth times height. Correct? Is this okay? But I'm now going to do a shortcut. It is 1/3 filled already. How much do I need to fill? Yes, Jaden. Now, look, I'm asking for a fraction now. Okay, it is filled. Yes. 1/3 filled. To fill, how much? Yes, 2/3 of the tank. Correct. Do I really need to find the full capacity? No need. So look, I'm going to just do a shortcut. I need to fill 2/3 of the tank. So what does 2/3 of the tank mean? It means 2/3 times 60 times 50 times 24. I can do a shortcut already. That is equals to, can you do 2/3 times 60? Two-thirds of 60 is 40. Is that right? Can or is it okay? 2/3 of 60 is 40. Can you understand or not? Otherwise, the same thing lah. I can take 1/3. This is 1/3, right? What do you think is the height of the tank and 1/3? 8 centimeter. Very good. So what do you think is this remaining height? 16. That's very good. So this is one method. If you don't like this method, I can also use 16 times 50 times 60 also works. It's the same answer, I tell you. Do you know why is this 60? Do you know why 16 centimeter now? Because it's already 8 centimeter filled, right? So 34 centimeter times 2/3, that will be 16 centimeter. I need to fill 16 centimeter. The blank space. Blank space. Can you understand? So these two answers will be the same. Which is how much? $44 times 520 plus 2,000 times 24. 48,000 centimeter cube. So when I convert this to liters, yes, divided by 1,000, that's equals to 48 liters. Oops. Oh, so ugly. Because 1 liter equals to 1,000 centimeter cube. So 48,000 centimeter cube is just 48 liters. So, just now the rate, where's the rate again? Where's the rate? I better write down the rate here. What's the rate? 3 liters per minute. Okay? Now, I've got 48 liters, right? So, 3 liters per minute. 1 minute. 48 liters? 48 divided by 3. What's the answer? 60. Answer, minute. You writing in a rush is terrible. Answer from. Finish. Didn't take us that long. But what is the struggle? The struggle is, can you understand the blank space that you are filling in? Okay. Once you are able to understand the blank space you are filling in and put the rate together, you are able to understand, solve it with ease. Okay, last one, very quickly. Very quickly, I give you the idea. Then on Monday, we go through in detail. Give you the idea. Now, really, a lot of questions look complicated. But the moment you just get the idea, then the question actually becomes easy. Now, this is a supermarket question where you want to buy apples. It sounds totally like the first thing that we experienced. Remember the mobile plans? Remember Sana drawing eggs? And who else also drew eggs? Beverly also drew eggs, right? She drew eggs by eggs. So, and an egg tray, different representation, very nice. Now, so now you have apple. There are 2 choices to buy these apples. Now, this is actually a very real life question. In reality, you want to go for like how we chose the mobile plans the previous time. Yeah, I know. I just tell you very quickly the idea. On Monday, then we explain in detail on Zoom. Is that okay? Just bear with me for another 2 minutes. Okay? So, the thing about this is just, if you put the ideas of how we chose the mobile plan or chose the eggs, the idea here is, Mrs. Teo here, she wants to go for the cheapest method. Why do I say it's the cheapest way? What word in the question asked for cheapest way? Yes. No, there's least amount. That's the clue. Who said this amount? Travis, very good. Yeah. Nicole as well. So the clue comes from the least amount. So you want to go for the cheapest way. I can either buy 5 for $2 or 10 apples for $3.50. Altogether, I want 55 apples. What's the cheapest way? Can you understand? Can you understand what that means now? Okay. With the understanding, we'll go through in detail on Monday. Okay? I will not take up more time.